Hey everybody, it's Neflarian. How are y'all doing? Hello Adavom, how are you? Raid Sean, Deegan, Grant, welcome back. Essa, Abaddon, Scropia, got tails. Haha, I'm glad that's working though. And Rosie, thank you so much for the well wishes on that. I do feel like I'm getting pretty close to being done. That's just, I've been working on it like crazy. Let's fix this timer. Oop, that's not the right button. Starts. There we go. Got the timer going. Haha, Essa. Pranks on you. I'm not using Nightbot right now. I've got Stream Elements in there. Now that it's working, it's a little bit easier for me to use and integrate. So right now, Stream Elements is the one that we've got. So there is no secrets. Haha. Hey Polytechnica, how you doing? So let's see what we've got here. Let's clear that out. Kongiversary. We started the 8th Kongiversary. Game's been out for 8 years. Can you guys believe that? Oof. So if you come to town in this giant mess of folks, will be little nerd sardinex. Oh, I didn't pick up my stuff. It says happy 8th anniversary. He's inspired. He's drawing lots of doodles. Think about it. You could be looking at the next Picasso. Basically, go bring the doodles, these little paper things. Let's look through this event, though. It looks like they changed the background. This used to be a really dark blue, and it was horrifying. But now it looks a little bit better. Before we really get into that, I wanted to say I changed the way that ads are delivered for today. Let me know what you guys think. Now I'll be able to pause them, but they'll autoplay. They should all be skippable. If they end up not being skippable at all, let me know and I'll turn all that off. But this way should make it a little bit easier on us as like a whole stream. It won't be like everyone's getting interrupted. It should stagger them for everyone now. But let me know. We're just trying it today. So, the new cosmetics, these are all cartoon themed, which I love. I don't know what all of them are, but like that's Iron Giants, I don't know, Invader Zim, I think. Samurai Jack, oh, loving that one. I don't know, someone mentioned what this was, but all I could think of was Tronbon. Then there's a little Care Bear, and the Play School phone. So many good options. Old cosmetic chest. I think I've got all of these. So that's why I'm really wary of pulling from this. Like, it doesn't have them all marked, but like a Grundy cosmetic accessory. We'll check that, and then we'll check Minotaur. So, accessory. See, I've already got Grundy. So it doesn't have them all marked. Yeah, so I'm not going to be pulling from that at all. Where'd he go? There he is. So the old cosmetic chest, I'm not going to pull anything. I think I've got all of these. I'm not going to check them all, but they all look familiar. The new cosmetic chest, I'll definitely be buying that out. The material box is as normal. It's a regular old material box. There's nothing changed about it. And Scropia, I'm kind of going through this box here to give you guys my thoughts, but I want to go through the boxes first. Energy box, again, nothing changed. It's just a regular old energy box. The boost box is a little bit different, though, from what I heard. Everything here looks the same. But yeah, ooh, look at that. We do get the Bite Gore and the Odogore. But instead of a second Bite Gore, we have 2 Festigores. It's item find, experience, capture rate, gold find, and movement speed. So that's the same thing as here, but it's by 350% for 5 hours. I like that. That way, you don't feel like you've got to run all day long. You can just be like, hey, I'm going to play this in the background while I'm doing this or that. Way better. And then 2 Kongagores, 750% for 4 hours. These are phenomenal for pushes. Pop that, and then you can run your world boss instead of being like, I need to run all day long. This is an amazing boost. Absolutely worth getting both of these. I'd probably also go for these 3 as well. The bit gore being 1,000 is, oof, I mean, that might be okay. It looks like the drop rate is a little bit higher than normal, but ugh. And then Kovu. So Kovu, his stamina is not great. It's high. It's really high for what it is. I think they said on the official Discord that they're going to look at changing that, but for right now, it's just really high. And I'll come back to that here in just a second. But 5% deflect is whatever. This big bonus is that he's got 10% vampirism and 15% chance to combust when you get hit. So vampirism is just great as it is. And then the chance to combust, you can get Kovu in tier 4. Imagine going against like Chewy or Brimby when you're combusting them. That's amazing. That's so good. So he's actually really good, especially early game. But anyways, 22,000 health. Your typical Glarsdos at full stable has the same amount. As you stable Kovu, he's going to get higher stamina. So I don't know if they already adjusted it or if that's what it was, but his stamina is a little bit too high to bait for most of the DPS. I know they said they were going to change it. I don't know if they have or not, but that's kind of the plan. So my thoughts on the event so far is I'm a fan. They also, in the shop, I already bought it, but this Kongiversary chest only costs 8 gold. So it's effectively free. Is it going to let me buy it again? I'm 100% sure that I bought this before. Huh. Maybe they gave us another one. Yeah, they did, because the other one had stat points, so this is another one. I was like, okay, yeah, that's a different chest. So these are popping into the shop. Check these out, especially if they're rotating them at 8 gold. Like, you run a single dungeon and you got more than that. So you're getting, and look at, you spend 8 gold and get 10,000 gold out of it. This is totally free to play, costs you nothing. The 8 gold is purely symbolic, and it's got a lot of the cosmetics in it too, so really worth it. They have some decent discounts in here. Ooh, 3,000 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I might end up grabbing this. I've got enough gems for it. That looks like actually a pretty decent deal. So 12, so it's a little under 300 gems each. Hold on. Calculator time. Wait, wrong button. 250 gems a piece for these packs, and then that's absolutely worth getting. So we'll grab that. Go ahead and grab that. And then this is 1250 if you want an Ultra Gore. I mean, here it is. I'm very wary of those boxes, but XXL pack. Mythic Adventure Bag is not bad for what its price is, but that's just too expensive for me to even look at. Then looks like these are all normal. Mini Kongiversary pack. Ooh, another one of these. So this is a really good deal if you're going to spend, but these get automatically added to your they're automatically popped. You can't save them. So I won't be buying that. That does have 25 raids though. That's pretty insane. The 8th Kongiversary pack has some cosmetics. These are accessories and eggs. 1,000 gems in it. That's not a bad deal either, if you're wanting to spend real money. And then I did buy this out as well for the cosmetic. So overall, this is actually a pretty decent event. I'm not going to lie. So let's look here. Got lucky and pulled the Kongs back to back. And yeah, they did lower the price of the big ore, but it's still too expensive in my opinion. Because like, we end up with so many big ores, we don't need them. Like I don't have any reason to get that big ore because I've got like 70. Right now this stat is 65, 20, 15. So they lowered the health already. Good. So that's a lot better. It was 24%, which is, whew. I wish it would be a little bit lower, but 20 is still okay. Would I recommend getting Kovu for someone who doesn't have Glars yet? Yes. You'll still need Glars or Olatus or something like that eventually. Olatus would probably be the better option of the two at that point, but I would go for Kovu and just load him up on block. Or, I mean, you could even load him up on damage reduction and he'd be fine. He's got so many great options on there. Vampirism is also an offensive skill, so he does a ton of damage. Yeah, and the 1 SP, I mean, I'd have to pull him up for that 1 SP, but I was looking at the ones that World Eater shared, and like, it's amazing. Like, Kovu will push you through early tiers, no problem. He's going to be the best that you can get. But we need to farm for some of these materials, so let's go ahead and hop right in here. We're going to use all of our regen, then start running dungeons and stuff. I'm glad my... man, words are not working for me today. I'm glad that my commands are working. Coin flip is there. There is one that's not heads or tails, so we'll see who gets that first. And those of you that are in my Discord saw my message of why my videos haven't been coming out lately. I say I have some in the pipeline, I just haven't had time to record them. I kind of, lately it's either been spend a couple hours on Monday streaming or spend a couple hours on Monday making a video. I feel like streaming is just a little bit more happy for y'all. Oh, wow. I'm actually going to lose this one. How is that? That's wild. Oh, I'll just lose this one. Such is life. If you have a fully stabled Glars, should you bother with Kovu? Honestly, I'd say yes. You're not going to be using Kovu in a lot of your dungeons necessarily, but you are going to like them in certain D4s. There are certain D4s that Kovu is just going to be explicitly better than most other baits that you can get. And then also, it is exclusive. If you don't get him now, you're never going to get him. And yeah, you'll regret it later. Sorry, Avidom, I was reading yours that you regretted getting Wood Taroth and Astabeard. And I was like, why? Those are both such good familiars. And yeah, so for those of you that are on my Discord, you saw this message. Those of you that aren't, I am nearing the end of my PhD program, and that's why I've been so busy. The time that I would normally be able to spend making videos, I've been doing massive amounts of edits on my dissertation. I think that I'm at that point where I'll get to be able to schedule my defense here in the next couple weeks. So that's where I'm at. I'm actually ordering my graduation robes today. So that's big step, big step. And then about to move and all kinds of stuff going on. So that's why I have not been making as many videos. It's definitely, Rosie, like, it was not a fun time. I've talked with a few people close to me about it, and I'm happy I'm doing it, happy I've gone through it, but man, it was a very, very long process. So that's, ugh. Oh, and I just haven't put it onto Stream Elements bot. That command was one for Nightbot, and I just haven't added it to Stream Elements yet. Since now that Stream Elements is actually working, I went back to that because it integrates with a lot of my other stuff a little bit easier. Yeah, my PhD is actually in teacher education. So like the idea of like, how do we teach better? And I'm doing the vast majority of my research in how we can teach music education better. And I always joke that I was told it would be a 2-year program 5 years ago. It's just so long. Okay, let's pull up my notepad here. Yeah, it's really fun. I really enjoy the stuff that's like, I enjoy the process. I don't enjoy some of the details of it. Oh, So, because the timer is going on, here in about 30 minutes is our very first giveaway for an epic adventure bag and 1,000 gems. All you gotta do is put your hero tag into chat. I'll double check that you're eligible. You're eligible as long as you haven't won on my stream in the last 30 days. And here in about 30 minutes, we'll put them all on a wheel and have a random person picked. I do also want to give a little shout out. Let me find that channel. On the official Discord, Pixel Toast is running his weekly costume contest, except this time, instead of the Epic Adventure Bag, it's actually the 8th Kongiversary pack. So, through mine, you get the Epic Adventure Bag, but with his, you actually get this. So, absolutely worth trying to join in on that one, too. But for mine, all you have to do is put your hero tag into chat, and I will add you to our random wheel. You just have to tier 13 with a full camo set. So Adam, if you can run World Boss in tier 13, Raiju is the best option. If you can't, Behemoth will get you to tier 14 to run Montezuma. That's what I would choose. I personally, I would just run Behemoth because it was always hard for me to find World Boss rooms. And I mean, coming here, there's not a public one in tier 13. So you're just kind of hanging out waiting. So personally, I would do Behemoth to get to tier 14 for Montezuma. And Raidshon, I've got you added to the wheel. And Avidom, I have got you added. Maybe. Almost have you added. There we go. Couldn't get my backspace to work. So I've got you added. Hey Cincio, how is it going? How are you doing? How's your week starting? And Rosie asking if I'm walking at graduation. I am. I'm actually ordering my stuff today. I got clarification on what exactly I needed to order because there's so many options at that level that like I have to be very particular in what I order. So that's happening today. Says it'll take about 6 weeks to get in. So I'm super excited about that. Yeah, and Grunterg is ridiculously hard. It is overtuned. It's definitely a like a gear check. You've got to have good gear. If you can get mythic augments at all on your familiars, you'll be good. Any sort of mythic enchants will also give you extra TS. It's all about just at that point you're starting to get into min-max territory. Your hood colors were ugly. So for my masters, my hood was light blue, which wasn't horrible. I look okay in light blue. But one of the clarifying questions I needed today was for my degree if I go for the dark blue for philosophy or light blue for my field. And so they're like, oh yeah, the philosophy trumps it all, so I get to order dark blue this time. Which is super great because one of my school's colors is orange, so it goes together very well. Polytechnica, I've got you added. And I am adding Adam right now. Adam, you are added to the wheel. Ooh, Kovu with dual strike. That might be if you don't. Essa, I do have you added on there, Essa. Sorry, I don't think I said it out loud when I was adding you, but you are on there. And I didn't even think about putting dual strike on Kovu. I feel like you probably need to use all of your pumps on mitigation. But if you don't need that mitigation, dual strike might end up being a really good option. There was another bait, I can't remember what it was, but I was like, yeah, definitely use dual strike on them instead of mitigation. So maybe Kovu will be very similar. Grant S, yes, I've got you added as well. Right now on the wheel, I've got Raid Sean, Avidom, Sensio, Grant, Essa, Polytechnica, Adam, and Mightgore. And it's a better Drazik for T8, yeah. You could also absolutely just use them as a DPS. They're just going to be a very slow nuke DPS. Okay, got that. Let's hop into this raid. Need mythics from here. Ooh, is this something I care about? Okay. Nope. Okay. Hey, Koozie, how are you today? Hope your weekend's going well. Man, I cannot get my microphone to like face me correctly, so I gotta be off to the side here. Hey, Adardo, how are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Anyone just popping in, we do still have our first giveaway for an epic adventure bag and 1,000 gems. It'll be spun, the wheel will be spun in about 25 minutes. All you gotta do is put your hero tag into the chat and I will add you onto the random wheel. Ooh, didn't get a legendary pet after 2 epics. That's the one that has like a 3% drop rate. Oof. How long have I been playing Bit Heroes for? I started in... I think it's September of 2017. So, yeah, about 7 years from now. I started the week that it came out on mobile. I know it was the week that it came out on mobile because I have half of the Illyria set, but not all of it. Scropia, I've got you added onto the wheel. Honestly, what got me into it was just looking for a game to kill some time that I didn't have to like super invest a lot of attention into. And so it kind of worked out really well. You know, it runs the dungeon for me. I don't have to walk through the dungeon. It walks for me. And at the time, you kind of had to do a little bit manual, but now I'm strong enough that I can auto everything. Met a lot of really great people. A lot of really people, too. How long have you been playing, Adam? Alright, and I think we've been going long enough now that most people in here probably have been served at least one ad. Are the ads like super intrusive? Like if they are, I'll switch it back to the way it was last week. This is just more of a automated way for me. Okay, so you haven't had any yet at it. I think I've got it. Let me pull that up. I tried to make it as least intrusive as possible. Oh, so it's estimated to be around every 18 minutes, but it shows it to you guys at different times. So hopefully it won't be too bad. I mean, so far it looks like you guys aren't having ads, so that's not too bad. I'll still probably manually do one right before each wheel, just so that I can guarantee they're actually happening. But I don't want to like super inundate you guys with ads, but that is how I am paying for all of this. Edardo, I have you added onto the wheel. Thank you so much for popping in. I hope you win. We've got a lot of people on the wheel, so I don't know what the odds are right this second, but thanks for popping in. I appreciate you coming in here and enjoying the day with me. Good morning, SVD. How are you today? Well, I think this is also your first visit in, so welcome, welcome, welcome. What am I farming for? So I'm not really target farming right now. I'm running this raid to get some mythics so I can try and get Polychromatic Blaster. But my specific like farm today is to get the doodles for the event. I didn't get any to drop this time, but that's once I finish the region, we're going to go into just dungeons. Because those have kind of the highest overall drop rate for these things. so we can start buying out that shop. The order I'm going to buy them is, I'll probably do cosmetics, Kovu, energy boost. The boosts are like really exciting, but also I don't really need boosts. So I would like to get at least one of the Festigors because those are probably never coming back, so I can have at least one in my inventory. Yeah, so 2,800 energy, only got 720 doodles. That's rough. The fastest way to get them is either PvP. I think they put them back in PvP, or World Boss. Those are the fastest ways. But you can get really, really high drops in dungeons. Cozy, I've got you added. You lost your 2018 account? Oh no. Depending on how it was lost, you could potentially get it back from customer service. Yeah, and you get quite a few in PvP, and they're really fast. The only downside is, if you think about it, using 5 tickets in PvP is running 5 PvP back-to-back effectively for the drops. So you're averaging about 1 per use. Whereas dungeons, you're running 2 because it's 20 energy, and you can get way more. So like Avidum, the 2,800 energy is effectively 280 runs, but you ran them with double, but 280 runs of energy, and you got 720. So you got a much bigger return. It was just slower. And my thoughts on Kovu. I talked about it a little bit earlier. He's good. His health is a little bit too high, in my opinion, but I get why it's too high. He is going to come in clutch in some D4s, though. Like, and even if you're lower tier, like say you're tier 4 where you can actually get him, he is your only source of combust. You otherwise aren't going to get combust until what, like tier 13 or 14? Like you become overpowered with him. He's so strong. Then, because his health is a little bit high, you can use him as kind of like a DPS as well. He'll just be really slow. He'll be like a better version of Drazig. Yeah, he does have the vampirism. He's not meant to be an in-game bait. But if you get good pumps on him, and then put like a defensive brain on him, he'll probably do pretty good. I mean, he's got the 0 SP will help a little bit, but not a lot. But if you can get nearly max block on him. Let me pull up the wiki here so I can get the numbers right. If I go to the actual wiki and don't just Google the word wiki. Augments. So we can go 6x for this. Dual strike, deflect, damage reduction 8. So 2.5 times 6, that's what, 15%, so you can get to 45% damage reduction as well, which is pretty cool. Deflect, yeah, I don't like that it's deflect. I think that he does need some other mitigation to make deflect work, but you can also, like, treat him like a Eularis. And I mean, Eularis, I don't know how much deflect they have naturally. Let's see. So they've got 13.5, so almost 3 times as much base deflect, but that's really not a huge amount. So then if you were to say have some mythic deflect pumps or even legendary, you can get pretty decent deflects and use him kind of as a Eularis that's stronger, because you do have the vampirism, which will also deal damage, and then you also have combust, which will deal even way more damage. So I think that then losing 8.5% deflect isn't that big of a deal, because you then have the 10% vampirism, which will be more than most of the deflects that you're deflecting, while also healing you, and then the combust will do it much as well. I think that that's going to be where his like big shining moment is, when people realize that you can use him as a deflect. It's like, it'll be a bait, but he's still going to have decent amount of health. Where'd everything go? There we go. Do I use iTrolf in tier 21? No. And I haven't seen any players use it in tier 21. I've seen it in PvP every now and then, but generally, the players that are in tier 21, like myself, have other better tanks, like Tethys. Tethys is just a better tank, or like in my case, I am the tank, and I'm much better tank than Trolf. So I see him in PvP every now and then, but I see Trolf being used more significantly in like tiers like 12 through 18 or something like that. He's still a much better tank than most other tanks you get at that time. If you just started today, SV, it's gonna be a long time. That's a super long grind. I mean, it is super long grind, but it's also worth it. Yeah, and the coral liners, they drop. You're gonna get about one every 20 runs. They have about a 5% drop rate, but they're not affected by item find. So just never let your zeals cap. If you're like, I'm really close and I don't have anyone to carry me, run it on normal. You'll still get the same number of coral liners. Yeah, so as long as you're soloing something, let time do its thing. Yep. Yeah, if I didn't have the PvP build that I do, I would probably use him in PvP. It's just that mine pretty much relies on my team being what it is. And we do have our giveaway in just over 12 minutes. So if you haven't put your hero tag in and you want to be entered to win an epic adventure bag and 1,000 gems, now's your time. Now's your time to shine. All you gotta do is put your hero tag into chat, and I'll add you to the wheel. A good mythic bait, there's actually quite a few good ones. I use Thunmolf myself, because he synergizes with Lurky really well. Sunamog is also really good, and Ignatus Ra is pretty decent. He's not my favorite, but whenever I run into him in PvP, I know I'm about to have a bad time. So that's where, like, I feel like there's just better options for him, and I don't have him, but so you see he's got 60% block chance and team gains 5% damage. Problem with 60% block chance is it takes 2 pumps to max it. Like, you have to use 2, you can't use 1. But he's got decent enough skills. He just, whenever I run into him, he's kind of scary. Sunamog is pretty good as well. Fire resistance, block chance, and 20% vampirism, so a little bit better than Kovu. decent skills, but his speed is so low you're never going to use him anyways. Then I use Thunmolf. Electric resistance, absorb chance, so he's effectively a mythic version of Glarsdos. And his skills, he's got shock, he's got fury, he's got a drain skill. Like, this one here will proc an EMP, so he's pretty amazing. We're gonna do some Melvin. And Arod, let me add you to the wheel. Arod, you are added. Should you make Kimusaba? Absolutely, yes. So I don't have Kimusaba. I started the grind for him for a little bit, but I just haven't made him yet. 20% damage reduction and 20% air resist. So he's effectively getting really high up to the cap. You can cap him on damage reduction. But he also has 35% barrier. He's a tank though. But so like things hit him and they stop hitting. He's got pretty decent skills, but again, you're not going to use them very often. That barrier is amazing though. Corals are slow. You've been grinding for like 4 months. You're just about to stable. Yeah, it took me about a year, I think, to get all of mine. It was such a grind because I have 2 that are +5, so I had to get 420 Coraliners, and that was a grind. Yeah, and also if you don't have a decent DPS of Adam, Eucalyptus doesn't have shock or anything like that, but I used him as my DPS for a while. He's actually pretty good, so even if you get the Eucalyptus schematic, like, it's worth making him, and then you've already got part of Kimusaba done. But the trick is to just know that it's going to take a while. Unless you want to drop thousands of dollars, it's just going to take a while. Rosie, let me add you to the wheel. We have a lot of people on the wheel today. What schematic did I just get? Melvu. Did I get any drawings? I did. Okay. Phew. Getting 2 of these at a run. That's no good. That's no bueno. Chocomet is pretty good, yeah. My problem with Chocomet is that they are a support familiar, so they definitely aren't going to be dealing a ton of damage. Alright, let's hope to get some more Teal'cs. I've actually got enough Kovogs that as soon as I buy that schematic for Kovu, I can just go ahead and make 7 of them right away. Like, I guess I only need to make 6 anyways. But when I was grinding for Volthai, I was in that dungeon for so long that I have like 24 or 25 Kovogs already. I was like, oh, I'll go ahead and start pre-farming this before I buy him. And I checked and I was like, oh, just kidding. Hey, Kiprian, how's it going? And Chocomet gets hit once or twice. Yeah, so supports are very fragile. You got to be very careful with them. We do have our giveaway in about 6 minutes, so if you haven't put your hero tag, put it in. We have a lot of people on the wheel. We got, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 people on the wheel so far, so... Whew! If you want to get added in, now's your chance. This is less than a 10% chance of winning, though. That's pretty wild. I'm doing pretty good. I'm tired all the time, but otherwise I'm doing good. I think I'm getting to a point in my life where I'll be almost done being busy 24 hours a day. So that'll be super excited. The SVD, I've got you added to the wheel. You absolutely can enter. Your only requirement is that you have to be here to give me your tag. You can win a giveaway on my stream once every 30 days. So if you haven't won in the last 30 days, you are absolutely eligible. And I don't think anyone that's entered today is ineligible, so we're good there. And Adam, what I do outside of this, I actually teach at a university. So YouTube is more of a hobby than anything. Let me pull up my monetization real quick. Let's just see. YouTube Studio. Is it under this tab? I am at a grand total. Where's the number? It's so much easier to find on mobile. So much easier to find on mobile. Oh, I'm at like $13. Is it watch page at? Oh, it's under analytics. Is that right? Let's just do see more. I haven't even been monetized for 28 days. So, can I see a total? Like, there you go. I'm at $16. So wealthy here. This is all just about just a hobby thing. If I can get it to where I can start paying for some coffees, then good to go. Ooh, Kiprian got you added onto here. You are added to the wheel. Yes, I try and focus all of my videos on not like educational content's not the right thing, but like what can I do to help you? Like, well, how can my videos be informational? So I don't really do a whole lot of like, oh, look at this reaction content. Like, that's meh. But yeah, I try to make it be useful. On Pinguida, use attack something when you hit an enemy. You for sure want it to be when you hit an enemy. If you need sustain, then like heal and shield when you hit an enemy. If you don't need sustain, attack team when you hit an enemy. It's just gonna wreck everything. That's Pinguida's big bonus. And as what I teach education. So, teaching the youngsters how to teach. You should get to show the next familiar. I don't know if I'm next or not. I think I will be. We'll see. If I am, I'll be editing that video at work. Because that's a week that's really busy for me. But I know World did this one. I think Andy did one, so I should be up next. What about pumps for Pinguida? Dual strike. 3 legendary. Yeah, dual strike on them 100%. So with Pinguida, their big benefit is that they hit a bunch. Like an absolute ton. So you want to maximize on that. So dual strike will help you mostly with that. Gatekeeper set. What's the Gatekeeper set? I don't remember that one. I see Soul Keeper. I'm not sure what set Gatekeeper is. You know, if you can you let me know where you got it from? Because I'm not sure what that set is. Epic accessory and your familiars are not really good. FAMs are more important than a good accessory. Yes and no. So if you're running a rare accessory, then you need to get a better accessory. Depending on your epic accessory, you could be fine, or it could be just not good. It really depends on what the accessory is. Familiars are probably the better bet, though. RXR power unit. Let me look that one up real quick. Accessories. Of course, it's not on the Not on the wiki. That's fun. Let me look in the shop. Maybe it'll be there. Ugh, so it's not going to be in the shop right now. What does 36% crit? Yeah, go for familiars. You're good. 36% crit chance is amazing. I would definitely focus on familiars at this point. You're going to want legendaries for your accessory, but 36% crit on a offense accessory is going to be just fine. You can't get crit really anywhere else, so that's why it's so great. What do I think about the idea of farming whatever a mythic familiar without caring about meta? Honestly, go for it. Unless you're looking to run latest tier D4s, you don't need to worry about the meta. Like, at all. Find something that you enjoy doing and then do it. I mean, granted, I've really high TS, but I can run any flag without the meta familiars, and I'll be fine. Granted, I've got Witchamon, but you're generally not going to be stuck in, like, oh, I need to min-max. This is going to be 1% less, blah, 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 blah. You don't need it. So, I would just grind whatever familiar sounds good to you. Okay, so the Gatekeeper set is the pet and accessory. Okay, so I don't like that accessory at all. 30% damage and then a 5% or 0.5% chance for quad strike if you have them both on. That's not super great. And then the pets, 30% chance to attack weakest enemy per turn when you get hit when you hit an enemy. That one I don't think you can reforge either. I don't like them. Meh. So they're good to have. I don't melt them, but pretty much any legendary is going to be better than either of them. Yeah, and Glarzot just makes things easier. He's an easy familiar to stable, and he's really good. He's a lot stronger than he should be. So that's why a lot of times that's all people go for, because once you have him, you don't really need anything else. But unless you're trying to bum rush your way to the end game, who cares? Like, use whatever familiar you want. And Grant, I would disagree with that on crit being only good if your crit damage is above 100%. Crit is really good because you can only get it in certain places. It's like accessory is pretty much it. There's like one or two other sources you can get it, but accessory is really it. You can't get accessory on your runes. You can't get accessory on your other equipment. So, what you really... Oh yeah, we'll do giveaway in just a second. What you really are looking at there is how can I maximize getting dual strike and critical to proc at the same time. Since you can only get critical strike on accessory, it's way outsized as far as importance on accessory, because you can dual strike, crit, and empower at the same time. For defense, it's not that case. But okay, let's do this wheel. While I am loading this wheel up, let's see if I can just insert ad. There we go. Let me load this wheel up. Where's Wheel of Names? Okay, and then we'll pull it straight down. Oop, there we go. And then we're going to delay ads for just a minute here, so if you don't already have an ad running, you shouldn't have one. Okay. Oh, I don't want to. Okay, so what we're going to do now is spin the wheel. You can see your name should be on the wheel. Speak now or forever hold your peace if you don't see your name. Here in just a second, I'm going to mix the wheel up. Oh, I got a mud. And we will... Where's my wheel at? There we go. Hey, Degenerate, how's it going? We'll shuffle the wheel. Good luck, everybody. I hope that you win, and I'm talking to you specifically. I hope you win. Imagine I mute the whole chat. But good luck, everybody. Let's see where this wheel ends up at. Yeah, Degenerate, you got here too late. There's still one more giveaway, though. Don't you worry. Oh, I think it's going to go all the way to Avedon. Oh. Avedon! Congratulations, Kuzi. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Congratulations, Avedon. Let me put you on my tracker. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. There you go. Avedon, I don't think you've ever actually won before. Oh, perfect. First time winning one. So, if you don't know, I don't actually give these out. I send them over to the community manager who will send them out to you. That was a really loud noise. He usually does them on Mondays, but not always. Please give him up to a week to get that inserted for you. Once you get it, it'll be a pop-up when you log in. So you are going to be totally fine. You'll get it here. If you don't have it within about a week, let me know, and I'll start barking on things. Actually, he's looking at the sheet right now. Okay, let's get this new timer going. Our next one will be... Oh, is that it? There we go. Next giveaway is going to be about 54 minutes, and this one's going to be number game, so you do have to be here for that one. Again, congratulations, Avedon. Congratulations, congratulations. Kuzi's like, I'm out, bye. Hobo, when are you going to get to re-enter? You are eligible now. I don't see you on my sheet, which means I pushed you off, which means you're eligible. So you can enter whenever you want. And also, I do see the community manager looking at the list of people, so should be up anytime. Let's hit that. That's actually kind of cool that I can pause ads for that more important part. Anyways, you'll be back in an hour. You're going to miss it if you're gone for a whole hour. The next one is number game, which I'll explain those rules a little bit closer on. This one, you have to actually be here during the giveaway to be eligible. And once the chat is up there and all that, I'll explain the rules. If you've been in my streams before, it's the same one I do at the end of every single stream. You were busy playing chess? I'm so bad at chess. Like, I'm really bad at it. Like, I know all the rules and I know, like, technically what to do, but I don't know, it just never works out for me. Makes me feel stupid. Yeah, you have to guess the number. You get one guess, and it's person who's closest without going over. So I'll be putting a bunch of numbers. I'll probably do 1 through 30, depending on how many people are actually in here at the time. And we'll spin the wheel after after the timer's up. No karma in this game. You went toe-to-toe with Maddie. Man, I need to play it with him. He was trying to get me to play, I think it was League of Legends with him, and I was like, no. You cannot make me. Never ever. In a million years. He's insane in chess. Where'd my game go? There we go. That's the tab. Whew. Yeah, I will never play League. You can't make me. Oh, Rachel, I just saw you. You just got Kovu, the same kind of augments as Glarzos. In my opinion, yes. You can go for a more offensive-focused version, but I would load him up with either block or damage reduction augments. Because otherwise he's not going to be doing well. He's gonna have a bad time. Mega accessory box next week. So you have an epic already. So Mega is the one that's like 800 gems, right? 850 or something like that. If so, yeah, go for that. Don't buy the really crazy expensive one because it has the same drop rate per gem as the other ones. Oh, you have a rare, then yeah, buy the big one. Buy one of the big one and then the rest the small ones. Buy one of the 5,000 gem one and then the rest the 800s. You definitely want a better accessory. Like, definitely. Though the way that you generally do it, and I can never remember the names of them. I think Mega is the 5,000 gem one. Buy one of those so you're guaranteed an epic. From then on, buy the smaller 800, 850 gem ones, because per gem it has the same drop rate as the 5,000, and why spend 5,000 if you can get it on your first or second roll? Like, save a bunch of gems, and you also get more materials per gem. Yeah, only ever buy one, and if you've already got an epic, don't bother buying it. The only benefit it has is it guarantees you an epic. And allow yourself to get lucky. But also on my old alt, I definitely dropped like 30,000 gems getting a single legendary pet. That was rough. That was a very, very, very rough time. Ooh, hold on a second. There we go. Didn't think y'all wanted to hear me go click, click, clack. 10K. So, you'll always need more cream. Just saying. I don't think I've updated or upgraded my accessory yet. But you know, like this takes 2,000 just to get to the very first upgrade. And then crafting, oh, I can't open the crafting, also takes some if I remember right. So you will need more. Just going to max upgrades will cost you more than 10,000. Yeah, mythics are expensive. So that's why, I mean, I just don't bother ever. I should go ahead and upgrade mine. It'll make me a little bit better. Maybe that's what we'll do today. Upgrade my mythics. I mean, I've got plenty. So what, 27 and 27? I mean, that's not bad. I'll probably get like 4% more of both of those. Got the ice score. Good job. Good job. What do I think about the lifestyle? Oh, lifesteal. Lifesteal's just not strong. It can come in clutch, and it can be the difference between you losing and not losing, but it's just not strong. You know, 10% lifesteal means if you hit for 100,000, you're gonna get 10,000 life back. But if you're hitting for 100,000, odds are the enemy is also hitting for 100,000. So you never really are getting ahead. So it just gets kind of bleh there. I wish that they would just double the amount. I think if they doubled the amount, it would be more useful. Is this my main pet? Yeah, I use Squib because I solo most things. So this will heal me and shield me when I get hit for quite a bit. So it's, since I solo most things, it's really beneficial. The things I don't solo, generally I don't need the pet. Like, I could solo them, I just don't want to. And yeah, Polly, I'm playing a tank build. Bit Heroes is an interesting game where eventually tanks become more powerful for dealing damage than DPS players. So I definitely play a tank, and a lot of my damage comes from being hit, and I end up damaging other people. So this here, 15% chance to attack closest and shield self when I evade, and I end up with max evade, like 94% after Clover. Enchant bonus is doubled, which helps me with my evade. Yeah, and then this is a 15% chance to combust the furthest enemy when someone on my team gets hit. Even if I evade it, it counts as getting hit. So that just deals an absolute ton of damage. And yeah, lifesteal just has too little damage, too little of a percentage. If you were ever able to get to like 50% lifesteal, it would be insane. But since you can't, and it just flounders. And Rosie, I'm so sorry. How do you have 170? That's so many. Ugh. You will get 10, I promise. Once you get a legendary accessory, just upgrade it all the way to +4 before you melt it, so that you don't have to worry about 10 for a little bit. I just don't really ever bother to upgrade my pets and accessories. I should. I mean, I've got the mats for it. Like, I could upgrade him, I just don't. I might as well. Let's go ahead and do it. 71% versus... Oh, wait. 71% versus 72%. Why not? Then 73. Then 74. That last upgrade takes 6 grand. Let's go ahead and do this too. So I was at 26% on both of these, and now it's at 30% on both, so that's nice. Oh, I wonder if my other thing went up. I don't think it did. Yeah, tanks are for in-game. Also, early game, it's because of the cost, like you mentioned, because of the cost. Like, early game, there's not a lot of options for tanks, and so you have to roll specific accessories, you have to roll specific gear, like everything has to be very, very, very specific, whereas DPS not so much. So you wait till you get to a tier where you're comfortable grinding out a specific thing, like Witch'em, and then you can switch over. 2 perk tanks, and they're very, yeah, perk tank is amazing. So there's a few tank builds before tier 15 that are pretty good, and I can't remember the name of them. One of them looks like a tree almost. It gives you extra shields. It was really good. But then Perkunas is like the first one where it's like, oh my god, you have to have this. Living under a bridge with the upgrades. Yeah, I just never use my materials, so I have a lot of materials. Yes, Avedon Pangea, that's it. Thank you. That was like a really good tank set, but it does get outclassed once you get to Perkunas. Perkunas is just so good. Max possible lifesteal is 50%, which, oof, like, the problem then, like, and that would be a good amount, but you give up on like all of the other bonuses for it. Jarvis rolled a mythic, and it was a dupe. Oof, that's rough. I mean, I always roll for dupe for YOLO. Like, I don't direct craft any of them, but I think I'm getting to that point where I probably do need to start direct crafting, because I have 2 offensive, 2 defensive of accessories, and then I have 1 offensive and 2 defensive for pets. And yeah, Pangea is plus 40% block chance, so you pair that with the Neutrino accessory, and you have max block already, so then you can go into other stats as well, which made it so good. I don't know what accessories and stuff I actually have. Okay, pets. I see I also never melt my stuff here. How do I have 20 of these? Wow. Okay, so I have Crew, which is whatever. I have Kolg, and I have Squeeb. So Kolg is just really good. Then I can still melt Tobert and Urgoff if I need to, but I don't need to yet. For accessories, I've got Shokan, Hunter Trophy, Resistor. I forgot I rolled Resistor. Demeter, and Monarch. Then outside of that, I have Neutrino, and I've got 2 Jupings. That was fun. I should melt one of those. Alright, back into here. Okay. Mythic accessories give 10. It's just they only give 3 if I remember right. So you don't really want to melt them. You end up on a net loss. Like a pretty significant loss for them. I just rely on runes for Glarstos. I use gems for raid familiars. For like this though, I wait and use gold. I'll get him eventually. I'm not grinding for him specifically very hard. If I don't ever get him, I don't ever get him. I'm not worried about it. Hold on. Let me go look it up. Because if I remember right, it's like 3 or something like that. Melt accessory. Oh, it's 3 curios, 610. So you don't get any 10 back extra for upgrading. You get 6 that, and you get 3 curio back. So it's a net loss altogether. Really not worth it, in my opinion. Like, just hold on to it. And then crafting. Where's the accessories? I think there we go. Okay, so someone earlier was saying that you got like 4,000 or something, or maybe it was 4,000. Some amount of component cream. It also costs 3,000 to random roll an accessory and 10,000 to direct craft. So you definitely are going to want more. Actually, let's go ahead and see what we can get from sardinex real quick. Because I've got 800 of these. Oh, God, I can't even buy out this box. Alright, let's start, though. Got the Care Bear. I really want the Samurai Jack. Oh. I want Samurai Jack. Give me Samurai... And the phone. I want Samurai Jack and the phone. There we go. What is that? Corny? I don't even know what that is. Like from VeggieTales? Elemental Master Air Set. Is that from Avatar? Hold up. This is Avatar. Oh my god, I need that too. Okay. So I kind of want all of these now. I did not know that Avatar was on there. Yes! Come on, more Avatar stuff. Go away, Invader Zim. I've only got one more roll. More Avatar stuff. Rude. What is that? Juanita Robot. More Avatar stuff. I need more. Oh my gosh. I didn't know that we had Avatar stuff in there. Ugh. I might have to switch away from the cosmetics I've used for so long. Oh, man. I definitely got to get cracking. Oof. How did I not know there was Avatar stuff? You might not see my neck bleeding anymore. We'll see how it looks on me. Have a great day, Avedon. Thanks for popping in. Congratulations on winning, by the way. Let me go back to that sheet real quick. Yeah, so honestly, you should get your prize today, would be my guess. But please give it up to a week. Congratulations again. Take care. Have a wonderful day. To the rest of y'all, stream's been going on for about an hour and a half now. Are the ads too intrusive? Like, is YouTube doing it okay for me, or do I need to go back to doing them manually? If you've got an ad blocker, I don't think you'll see them, but I really just want to make sure that I'm not over inserting them. I want to make sure that YouTube isn't just like going wild. That being said, I do kind of need ads to be shown because that's the only monetization I get. I've only got one channel member. Thank you, World Eater. Double shout out for you. Zoro. I'm getting all of the familiars except for Teal'c. I'm assuming because everyone got quiet, you just don't want to tell me that the ads are intrusive. I don't see them, and it doesn't tell me, like, oh, we played this many ads. Like, I wish it would. I wish that I would have some sort of visual over all of this. Because it doesn't really tell me anything. It just says on. Do. Also, looks like my control centers are not synced up, so that might be a problem too. Oh well, we'll find out. We do have our next giveaway in a little over 30 minutes, so we'll figure all that out then. This familiar always looks kind of cool too. The little Melvin penguin guy. Let's see if... I don't even know what familiar that is. Melvgwyn. Yeah, a penguin. Hooray! Yeah, the new familiar does look really cool. He's gonna basically carry anyone who's not tier 15 or 16. Like, just full on carry them. He's so good. And I think that in D4s, he's gonna be super, super, super useful. That's one of the reasons that I try and make sure I get all of the event familiars, even though, the FOMO gets me too, but you never know. Like, what is it? Captain Astabeard or whatever is so good with Barrier. Wood Taroth is an amazing support familiar. They might come in clutch in some of the D4s I haven't beaten yet. Yeah, Astabeard is so good with that Barrier. Oof. Amazing. Have any of y'all played the new Zelda game? I'm curious about it. 2 SP is a top bait skill. Shield plus courage, yeah. Courage is amazing. Like, I wish that we had courage more often. Like, it's such a good skill. I got 34 gems in that run. Shramps as a tank, Remedy and yourself. What would be the... Who would the event familiar replace? So you're at a point where you don't need a bait familiar. So really, it would probably replace Shramps. Like, once you put some, like, block augments on him or damage reduction augments, I would have him replace Shramps. Just, you're gonna need some sort of damage mitigation on him. You can't just pop him in front as is. So you'll need some augments, the pump augments in particular, that are all the same. So either all damage reduction, all block, all evade. Damage reduction or block are probably your best options with him. And then swap him out for Shramps. That's my suggestion there. He's going to be significantly better than Shramps. Significantly. He just doesn't have a ton of health. So that's why you need the mitigation on him. What I would consider doing is use him to replace Shramps and make 7 of him. So that way you can fully stable him up, +5, and then have 2 of them. Load him up with deflect augments, and then you could probably skip Eularis altogether. He's not going to have as high deflect as Eularis, but he's going to deal out way more damage. So then when you get to those zones where they're like, use a Eularis sandwich, you can use a Kovu sandwich instead, and he'll probably be far more effective. Yeah, and Degenerate knows. They act like they're a degenerate, but they're not. They're actually really sweet. We're gonna turn Pit Heroes up a little bit. I feel like it's just too quiet. That way it's not like my voice is the only thing you hear. You can hear the wonderful music in the background too. Spooky, yes. I put this on for Halloween like 2 years ago and just really liked it, so I kept it. Oh man, if we had Nightmare Before Christmas cosmetics, that I would definitely like do everything I could to get those. Like, I would lose my mind to get them. That would be, whew, that's one of my favorite movies. I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling up the robes for me to order for my PhD. Whew. They get so expensive, guys. Ugh. Yeah, hopefully they do give us Strange Bones for Halloween. I think I was able to go ahead and craft mine. Oh, wait, what? Hold up, they were down here. Oh no. Do I not have that cosmetic yet? Oh no. I thought they were down here. I should only have like 10 of them. Or around there. Oh no, guys. I actually don't have it. Yeah, and Zombo Invasion comes around twice a year. Most of them only come around twice a year, which is unfortunate. But it'll be here eventually. Unfortunately, it's just not right now. Okay, let's... Do I have a need of academic apparel? No, I don't need it immediately. Okay, let me... Hello, Eric. How's it going? How's it going? So what, 2 inches. Sleeve length is automatically chosen and it's correct. Chest measurement. Air, male. Put my initials in. Doctoral hood is dark blue. My hat size is right here. Okay. All right, let me Hey Eric, what's up? Let me pull up this calculator here. So just my graduation robes alone is $771 plus tax. God, these things are expensive. Oof. Oh, they have like an actual cap measurement? That's what I should have been doing. Wait, what's made from gold? I'm so confused. I'm gonna go back through the chat. Oh, the 7, yeah. I'll explain that in a second here. So what tank should go for Kovu, Lattice, or Glarsdos? Kovu. Kovu is really, 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 really good. Then Glarsdos. You'll eventually want Olatus, but those two will really get you going. So they're not like, these robes are not like normal. They're thick. They're made from, like, there's velvet all over them. And they're meant to be worn more than once, so they're pricey. I can get them for as low as about $500, but then they kind of fall apart. And these ones are custom that have embroidery all over them. They're kind of insane. Okay, then I'm gonna also get the carry-all bag and the wooden hanger. Yeah, it's after everything, like it's just gonna be wild. Add this to cart, see if it'll show me tax and everything included. It's gonna be close to $900. $884 before tax. That is insane. Ugh. Ooh, are there promo codes? Let's see. Let's see. Copy. See if that works. I'm buying my doctoral robes. Promo code is not valid. That's rude. There ain't no way. Oh, that's a 14 karat ring. It's all off rings. I don't want a ring. Let's see. Free shipping, maybe? Maybe that'll help me. Nothing's valid. Okay. This is wild. Yeah, I'd go ahead and... I used to be like, camping tiers is useless. I'd go ahead and start camping. I don't foresee a new tier coming out anytime soon, so you might as well take advantage of the weekly rewards. So like where I'm at right now, I'm in tier 21. The weekly rewards only give me tier 21 materials, so if I need tier 16 materials, I'm kind of out of luck. And yeah, your weekly score. I've made so many suggestions to make it so you can run higher difficulties but get lower gear, and they keep getting shot down. Yeah, and the fusion materials. Ooh. So I never really rushed. I went into every tier as it came out. So I spent about 6 months in every tier. But, like, you know, I need mythics from tier 11 and tier 10. I'm kind of screwed on those. Yeah, and you're still playing, so you're good. A lot of viewers quit when they find out, yeah, the ancient grind is, whoa. Especially Harvester. I have a guild member who on their alt just made Harvester in tier, and oh man, that is not worth the grind. It's not even a good item. It wasn't even good when it came out. Like, it came out and it was all like, oh, that's it. Alright, so I could take off this hanger and I'll drop 20 bucks off. Is there some kind of checklist on what to grab on each tier? Just everything. So it really depends on your, like what your goals are. Like certain familiars are going to be super useful, but if like, say you want to be a support player, spending a lot of time getting a support familiar is not going to be super beneficial to you. If you're going to be a tank, getting a bunch of tanks isn't going to be super useful to you. You know, it just kind of is what it is. Finally got rid of all this energy. Let's see what we can buy now. I can't even buy another one. That's rude. Let's do some PvP. I feel like I've been playing enough of this. Tier 10 nether staff is good, yeah. Hey look, there's a Kimusaba. It's not like they can stop me though. I'm too good. Bunch of Oladas. Which means they're gonna get absolutely spanked. Yep, easy peasy. I don't even bother checking their builds anymore. All right. Now, let me come over here. Seth. Where's this set thing? The Seth Cosmetics. Is it down below here? Oh no! Oh, there it is. Okay, so I can go ahead and craft it. I just haven't yet. There we go. What was I doing? Kongiversary. All right. One of these two is what I want. No! Okay. Okay, back to this. Let's see what's going on in chat. Sorry, I was so busy on that. Is the guild pin for PvP? No. The guild pin is specifically useful for my build in PvP. My build relies on reviving over and over and over again, and the guild pet only ever does revive. So outside of my specific build, it's not useful. And I'll go over there in a little bit. I'll go back to PvP in a second to show you guys. Do my grumbers need to be stabled for that cheese or no? Nah, I don't think they do. No, all that really does is make it so you come back with more health. What familiar is better than between Glarus and Olatus? It depends on your need. I think Glarus is better than Olatus. However, Olatus can come in clutch and D4s that Glarus can't. Beating of tier 6. So there's a website called like bhguides.com. It's run by Billy Idol. It's got a lot of guides on there you can look at that are really good. Jermoshua has a really good early game guide, and that's really, really, really good. Oh, now this pops up? That's weird. Yeah, that's BH Guides and Jermoshua's guide, or what I would look for. And yeah, it gave me Seth's body there. That was weird. Okay, so my build for PvP. I've got Soul of Ascarium for Combust Furthest Enemy. Starweave just because I can. Clover because I have it and it helps with a lot of stuff. My enchants are all evade so that I can try and stay alive. I've got him just for the power distribution. Runes are also all evade just because I need evade. Stat distribution is everything into power. I don't care about getting turns. I don't care about surviving. Then this set is amazing. It gives you extra max shield, but you prevent your first death once per adventure and heal and shield for, what is that? Like 40% when you revive. So I will revive every single time, or every single battle at least once. Then, also on my skill here, I do have a revive skill, but 25% chance to redirect to the strongest ally when I get hit, so that just kind of keeps me alive a little while. but then also combust enemy team for 15,000 3 times when any ally is revived. So, that first revive I have, anytime I use a revive skill, anytime one of my familiars uses a revive skill, I combust the enemy team 3 times for 15,000. So, they're getting hit for 90,000 because you get the 3 combust hit and then the explosion. 90,000 as true damage anytime an ally is revived. This just gives me critical chance and dual strike. I don't care about the dual strike. This gives a 50% chance to prevent my death and then heal me for a lot. Preventing my death is a revive, so that also procs my scramble egg set. Then Grumber skills or whatever. I don't care about those. On first death, revive all fallen teammates with a moderate amount of HP. So, if it dies, it revives anyone that's dead. Then the next one that dies revives them all. And eventually, like, if every single thing dies front to back, the very last Grumber in a 5v5 PvP will revive 5 enemies, which means that my scramble egg set procs 5 times on one skill. If I'm dealing 90,000 per deal, that's 450,000 true damage minimum on every enemy. So it just wrecks PvP. Really bad everywhere else though. And yeah, I have a lot of energy packs. I don't ever use them. Yeah, Olatus is a really good bait. I don't really like relying on evade. On a bunch of, like, if you've got a bunch of stamina, like I have on myself, evade is fine. But on a bait, you don't evade once or twice and you're dead. So, it's like, statistically, he's better than Glarstos, but you are relying on evade. Glarstos uses damage reduction, which doesn't have any random chance to it. It just reduces damage. In this giveaway, what we're doing... Oh, there's about 10 minutes left. I'm going to have on my wheel numbers 1 through 30. When I put in chat start, everyone gets to take one guess, and that'll be in about 10 minutes. You get one guess on what number that wheel is going to land on. When I hit stop, I'm not accepting any more guesses. If 2 people guess the same number, whoever guesses second gets to go to guess a second time. But it's closest without going over. So if I guess, or if you guess 5 and I guess 10, and the number is 9, you win, because 10 is bigger than 9. Closest without going over prevents any weirdness. Whose number goes first depends on my screen. So I will call out anyone who double guessed. Whoever goes second on my screen is the one that gets the second guess. But that's in like 7 minutes. We don't got to worry about that right now. Ooh, man. I already got the carry-all bag. Ooh, let's proceed to check out here. Let's see. Sign in or create an account. Oh wait, I need to create an account, not sign in. I don't have an account yet. Yeah, it's a problem for future me. Minimum 12 characters. Oof. I hate all these password requirements. Like, just let me make ones that I will remember easily. Oh, I have to pull up my work address. I'll figure that out later. Making multiple channels, yeah. Yeah. So SVD, I would just go for a lattice then. Like, you don't need Glarstos. Someone making multiple channels to make multiple guesses. So that's happened. But it turned out like I was able to call them on it because I then need your hero tag. And if I start recognizing the same hero tag over and over again, because I have a list of every single winner, you start being ineligible. Go ahead and load this wheel up so I don't forget later. What would my recommend to go for first pet, accessory, or mount? Probably pet. I would recommend going for a defensive pet first. Yeah, Degenerate got there. Defensive pet is going to give you the best bang for your buck. They need separate materials. Hey Vex, how's it going? Welcome in. Hope your week is starting off well. We're only about 4 minutes away from our next giveaway. You'll win an epic adventure bag and 1,000 gems. The way that you win is you're going once I put start in the chat, you're gonna guess a number between 1 and 30. Once all the guesses are in and I hit stop, I'll spin the wheel. Whoever is closest without going over is going to be crowned the winner. You only get one guess at a time. You don't get to guess every single number. You can only guess once. With that being said, if two people guess the same number, I will let one person guess a second time. And yeah, I'm assuming for defensive pet that you don't have a legendary or epic or anything like that. And Tobert box is what I usually go for when I'm looking for a first legendary as well. It's the best, and Tobert is such a good pet, especially for DPS. Do, do, do. Oh, that's not this one. Sorry, I gotta pull up my work address. Ooh. I would love to purchase more energy. One of these give me 30, so let's do 2, so we'll get 60. Country, what's my telephone number? 78, there we go. So the numbers are going to be 1 through 30. They're actually already on the wheel. Closest person without going over is going to win. Once I hit start, you just got to guess a number. What number do you think it's going to stop on? Then I take care of the rest. I do have energy for a lifetime because I just don't ever need to use it. So I use it during Kongiversary and other sardinex events. No. Hit that rerun. You're totally fine, SVD. Don't you worry. I'm here to help you. Oh. That's... Oh, I gotta redo all this. Gotta put all this info in here. They make me fill out everything so quickly. There's only 3 epic pets, all upgradable, 49.5%. Yeah, the Tober box is really great. Oh, it's time! Okay, let me get this set up. So we're gonna have the wheel on here, blah blah blah. Once I put start into chat, all you gotta do is guess a number. You only get one guess at a time, and person who is closest to the number without going over wins. Once I hit start, I'm actually gonna force an ad through so then I can stop ads afterwards, so that way it won't happen while we're spinning. So go ahead and put your guesses into chat now. And we're also gonna shuffle through all of these as well, so it's not like it's gonna be in this order. We'll shuffle through to make them go like this. Alright, Kiprian, you can go ahead and guess another one because Grant got 9 in before you. Adam, you can guess another one because Sean got 19 before you. SVD, you can guess again because Win got 18 before you. That looks like all of the ones that are duplicated, so Kiprian got another one in there. Adam, go ahead and guess another one because you were the second person on 19. SVD, you got 13. SVD 13 is also already taken. Just a heads up there. Maybe I should have done 1 through 40. That's... We'll know for next time. I just keep having to make it bigger and bigger and bigger. Alright, we are going to go ahead and stop. I'm only taking first guesses, except for any, like, re-guess ones. So that'll take me a minute to get all figured out. Let me go find here. Let's delay ads for a little bit. Shuffle up some more. And good luck, good luck, good luck. I hope that you win. I'm talking to you specifically. Yes, you. Alright. Slowing down. I think it's going to land on 5? No, it's not going to get that far. It's going to stop on 3, I think. Oh, maybe. 13. Oh, so close to 3. I was like, Eric is going to win. Okay, stop on 13, which means that Rosie. Congratulations, you got the number exactly. Good job. Congrats, 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 Rosie. Eric, you were so close. That's like one more pixel and it would have hit 3. Congratulations, Rosie. You got the very first guess of 13 in. So what I need from you now, Rosie, is your hero tag. I think I might have it on here. Rosie6486 EPXT61V, but please just go ahead and send it out again just to quadruple check. Sorry, I'm adding stuff into the sheet here. I believe I've got yours from earlier, but I just want to double check before I put it on the sheet. Rosie EPXT61V, got that on there. Congratulations, Rosie. So as I had mentioned earlier, you can win once every 30 days, so both you and Avedon will be eligible again starting October 30th, which is a Wednesday, which means I won't be streaming that day. You'll be eligible that following week. Congratulations again. You will get a epic adventure bag and 1,000 gems sent directly to your inbox. I mean, not really inbox, to your account by the community manager in the next couple days. Realistically, it usually goes out on Mondays, but just double checking, or just being careful, it can take up to a week. If it takes more than a week, please let me know, and I will poke people until it happens. Well, congratulations on that. It looks like next week I'll have to bump that up to 40. That's kind of crazy. Let me go ahead and fill that out, though. All right. So next week, the guessing will be a little bit easier. It's Degenerate's fault. So we got about 10 minutes left in our stream. Oh, I need to turn that back on. There we go. So we're nearing the end. I do want to ask y'all, have the ads been intrusive today? I've let YouTube pick all but about 2 of them. So have they just been a bit much? Have they been spaced out too far? Like, what are y'all's thoughts? Because that is how I get my revenue, is through ads. But I also don't want to get in the way of I don't want to get in the way of y'all viewing the stream. So please let me know what you've thought about the ads today. It was nice to have YouTube take care of it instead of me. Kongiversary will still be going on for your next stream. Yeah, it's one more Kongiversary stream. Oh. You never get ads. Kiprian, have you gotten any at all on this stream? Because I've definitely manually inserted 2 ads. So if you are not getting them, then just don't rock the boat. It's the same on for me on Twitch. I don't get ads on Twitch. I've never had ads on Twitch. I've never seen one, and I just don't ask questions. So y'all just don't ask questions. My guess is you've either got YouTube Premium or you have an ad blocker on, but that's interesting. I know that some people are seeing them because I see a spike on my ad stuff that on days that I stream, but I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. I'll never know. Where did my monitor keeps flickering. Huh. Yeah, so Polytech is good there. Yeah, let's get more energy. Why not? That should get us through to the end of the stream. That's what, 6 more dungeons? Yeah, so as long as it's not like bothering y'all, if you're not getting any ads, I'm cool with it. I just want to make sure that it's not interrupting y'all too much. And thanks for popping in, Kiprian. Hope you have a great week, and I'll hopefully see you next week. Get you that win. Alright, so at least some of them are showing up, as long as it's not a bunch. Like I said, if it ever ends up being too much, I'm tweaking the settings all the time, trying to find what works best. So if it ends up being too much, please let me know. I don't want to bother y'all too much. I do also have a membership option. I think I clicked that they don't get ads on my stream, but I don't know. I might have been dreaming that. But if you guys want to become a member, I have a couple options on there as well. Just you also get some extra free emojis. You get these to use that you can only use if you're a channel member. You get early access to videos I make, priority responses to things like that. You also get a private channel on my Discord, so if you want to do that, you can. I wonder if I should be able to get another thing from the sardinex shop. Here's hoping, at least. Let's make that go away for now. Tired of looking at it. I'm tired of my screen flickering off. It always does it after I've been streaming for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Do 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 do. Ooh. Athena usually joins in on these streams. I don't know where they've been, but they just got a legendary something or another. It went away before I could fully read it. What's my advice for getting burnt? Or do I exchange my excess event currency for gold? No. If they offered more gold, I would. It just seems like, you know, going through the clicks for 5 gold is just not worth it to me. I just let it sit in my inventory, and if they want to clear my inventory out, that's fine with them, with me. Like, 1 event currency for 1 gold is just not worth it to me. So I don't do that. My advice for getting brains. Do the weekly rewards for the brain stems and just roll directly for mythics. Legendary brains are good and all, but they just... it's such a low chance at getting them. Like, I don't really bother with legendary brains. When I get them, cool, whatever. But since you can get the brain stems from weekly rewards, you don't need to be buying them anymore. You can just bypass legendary altogether. Yeah, what Eric said. And then rolling brains is kind of a dangerous game. Ooh, sorry. But that's how I do it. I roll all of my stuff. I even roll my augments because why not? Gotta feel alive. What do I do with my gold? Not really anything. I use it when I'm crafting mythics, but that's about it. I crafted a bunch of enchants one time, and that used the vast majority of my gold. But for the most part, I don't really do anything with it. Whatever stuff passively goes away. I use it for persuading familiars, and that uses up a decent chunk. But I mean, like, so where's Mud? There we go. So Mud here, you know, takes 2 million to direct craft, so every time I do that, that uses up some. Collars take 10 million for a roll. Aside from that, I don't really have a use for it. And this will be the last dungeon before we check out Sardinex, see if I can buy anything else. Hey, how's it going? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm just gonna call you AE until I'm corrected otherwise. But once you get to a certain amount of gold, it's just kind of useless. It doesn't really give you, like, you end up with so much you don't need it anymore. And yeah, I am a compulsive gambler when it comes to this game. I definitely roll for everything, except for enchants. I do direct craft those because odds of getting the one you want are like 1%, and it's not worth it. The new bait from Sardinex is very good. He does require you to have good augments though, because deflect by itself is not good mitigation, and especially only 5%. Vampirism is decent mitigation, but not great. So you do need good augments for him. You need either all damage reduction or all block. Alright, let's see what we can get from Sardinex before we leave. Maybe one more roll? Yeah. Okay, here we go. I want either Elemental Master or the offhand. That's what I want. Yes! Elemental Master. Let's see what that looks like so far. So that I don't have the offhand. There. Oh, he looks so cool. Okay, so that's air and earth. So the offhand must be fire and water. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. I'm going to need to. Wait, what? Consumables. Okay. Phew, that at least. I was like, oh no. There we go. I had this one, I think, on the primal potion. Anyways, back to my old cosmetics. So now I just need that offhand. Ugh. Anyways, that's all we've got time for today. I need to go place this order, get some other stuff taken care of today. Thank you guys so much for popping in. I really appreciate it. Appreciate y'all taking the time to win stuff with me. We'll be back next week. Hopefully I'll have more stuff bought out of Sardinex, or at least enough materials. Maybe I'll just save it till next week to buy so we can buy it all on stream. But I will be grinding for more materials as we go. As always, if you like my videos or streams, like them. If you dislike them, dislike them, and tell me why. If you want more, hit the subscribe button or become a channel member to get some extra perks as well. And I will see you guys in my next video or stream. Bye bye.